Greetings of the day. Welcome to the course on Operations Research Technique. Students, you are aware that we are in unit number 5, replacement models, and in this particular model we have seen individual replacement policy, theoretical aspect, group replacement policy, theoretical aspect, and in last lecture we have estimated the present worth of all future values, wherein data pertaining to 5 years was given, running cost for 5 consecutive years was given, and resale value at the end of 5 years was given, and it was asked in the problem to estimate present worth of the future cost. So there we have used the simple logic and we have estimated that present worth assuming running cost to be expended at the beginning of first year. Now we will see in today's lecture how to analyze, how to compute optimal replacement age of the machine or equipment when data is given for different years, and amongst those years how to evaluate which is the optimal replacement age of the existing equipment by same identical or maybe alternate equipment. So in last few lectures, if you recall, we have seen 3 cases where in one case we have seen that we are considering value of money, and therefore there was parameter called as rate of interest I, and from I we have come to one more variable alpha, which is 1 upon 1 plus I. And in that particular model we have seen 3 possibilities where running cost is expended at the beginning of year, and I have explained this, I have iterated this many a times, that when no such condition is given to you in your numerical, that is running cost expended at the middle of year or time period or at the end of year or time period, then by default, again I am repeating, by default consider as an assumption running cost expended at the beginning of year. Whenever condition is specified, then we will go for the case wherein that particular condition is applicable either at the mid of year or at the end of year. This is one category. Second category of the problem of replacement model, which does not as such suits in real life, neglecting value of money. And in last lecture I have explained, when we neglect value of money, in that case there is no presence of I, and when there is no presence of I, there is no presence of variable alpha, and the computation becomes a little bit easy when no value of money is considered, and assumption is that whatever value of money today will be the same value of money in future. Remember, in reality this never happens. In exam you may come across the problem wherein the data will be common to you, common data will be given, and one bit will be find optimal replacement age considering value of money, where rate of interest may be given or may not be given. If it is given, assume, take in calculation given rate of interest. If it is not given, I have said in my last lecture, take 15% or 20%, anything will do. Second category of the problem will be neglecting the value of money, that is value of money remains constant in future. So we will see both varieties of problem in today's lecture. Before that, let's once again pinpoint how to differentiate in analysis the problem wherein it is in the beginning of year, where it is mid of year, or where it is end of year. Let's start. So if you recall this case, that we have already discussed this case, where for first case present worth we have estimated by the relationship C. Relationship which we have used is C minus Sn alpha n plus summation k ranging from 1 to n rk and multiplied by it is multiplied by alpha k minus 1. Students, this formula holds good. Again I am repeating, this formula holds good when running cost is expended in the beginning of year. If it is given in the problem that learning cost is expended in the mid of year, only one change you have to do, and that change is very simple. Instead of alpha k minus 1, here you have to put for mid of year 0.5. For mid of year, only this is the change you have to mention there, 0.5. Second model. If it is at the end of year, again one simple change in the same formula. Sorry, we have to write upon, for all cases we have to write 1 minus alpha raised to k or n. This denominator will be common for all the cases. Now this formula holds good for mid of year. If I write here simply 1, this formula holds good for the very first condition, default condition at the beginning of year. And if I write only alpha raised to k, this formula holds good for third condition, that is at the end of year. So with this callback of the last lecture, let's move ahead. And today we will solve first problem pertaining to this category, that is by ignoring changes in the value of money. We will start our today's problem session with this case, wherein we will find total annual cost, and after finding total annual cost we will find average annual cost for decision making. And what we will do while finding average annual cost for decision making, we will divide this total annual cost by period. For first year we will put here 1, for second period we will put 2, like for third, fourth, 5th, 3, 4, 5, for n period we will put n. Now in last lecture I have said this summation ft is nothing but it is running cost. So you may find some in terms some textbook it has c minus s plus summation simply rk. This summation rk is equal to summation ft. Some authors they are following the nomenclature of summation ft, some are using it as rk. Things are same, but only here the difference which you can note is, since it is by ignoring changes in the value of money, there is no variable I is absent, and since I is absent, alpha is also absent. So now let's move to problem. Now see the problem. First we will understand what the data is given. The cost of a machine, particular machine, that is equipment, is given as 10 lakhs. This is given as 10 lakhs. Its resale value and cost of running are given in the table. So first this row gives you year. Data is given for 7th consecutive year, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, 5, 6, 7. Running costs in rupees is given for different 7 years, 10,000, 12,000, 14,000, 18,000, 23, 28, 35,000. Here it is specifically mentioned the running cost. If you recall the problem which we have attempted in previous lecture, it was given that running cost for the first year is 3000 and subsequently increased by rupees 500. And then what we did in that case is we have added rupees 500 in each previous year's cost to get cost of current year. Here examiner can give in the same logic, but fortunately here running cost is given. And resale value, which we have abbreviated as resale value, salvage value or scrap value, is given in third row as 30,000, 15,000. Again the unit is rupees 7,500. This 3750, and you can see for last 3 years it is 2000 common. That can be the case. So you sell it either at 5th or 6th or 7th year, you will get same value for that your existing product which you have purchased at the cost of rupees 10 lakhs and you have used it for a long period of time. What is asked? What should be the now decision making or deals with decision making. So what is asked in the problem? What should be optimal replacement age? Optimal age. What is asked? Optimal replacement age. If value of money remains constant with time, if whatever value today will be the value in future with that assumption, and we have seen just now, if this is the case, there is no presence of I, there is no need to assume any value of y for such given case, and when there is no y, obviously there is no alpha parameter will be absent. Now let's see, this is year, so we have well conversant with the notation, so we will write this as kth year. Running cost, we know we are abbreviating running cost by symbol RK, RK1, RK2, RK3, RK4, RK5, like that. Then this is resale value, so if you know, we have abbreviated this resale value by the term SK. Again K is kth year, so S resale, salvage or scrap value for different years. Now if you recall the formula for finding average annual cost, again I will write here the same formula. What we have to find is optimal replacement age, and students remember in mind that optimal replacement is that particular year in which annual cost is minimum. What we will be doing in this problem? We will be calculating average annual cost for year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6 and year 7. We will be finding that average annual cost for all 7 years. We will make a table. In table our last column will be average annual sale, and in that what we will do? We will divide the total annual cost value by year. For first year we will divide by 1, for second year we will divide by 2, for third 3, for 7 by 7, and then we will analyze those values, and based on that we will decide what is the optimal replacement age. Again in the formula for finding total cost, again I will write here the formula which we have to find here. Total cost we find by the relationship C minus SK plus summation RK. Since there is no presence of I, there is no presence of alpha. This is total cost, and if we divide this total cost by n, if I divide this by n, I will get average annual cost. This is total, to be very precise, this is total annual cost. if I divide this total annual cost by n, I will get average annual cost. Got it? Let's move ahead. Now here see that this variable C, so we must be in a position to identify which data pertains to which. So here this rupees 10 lakhs is nothing but value of C, which is remaining constant for all the years. And if you recall my very first lecture, under assumption we have mentioned that initial cost of equipment remains same in the future, and same concept we are applying in analyzing the optimal replacement age. So this 10 lakhs will be common for all years in calculation. Then we come across this RK. So this is RK. Now here I am in need of summation RK. So how to go for summation RK? I will explain over here only. Summation RK from this logic will be how much? So for first year it will be only 10,000. For first year it will be 10,000. For second, summation RK will be 10,000 plus 12,000, that is 22,000. This is very important. At the end of second year, your summation will be this plus this. Similarly, for third year, it will be cumulative sum of this plus this plus this. So you have already done this 22,000, add 14,000 into that. So it will be 36,000, 22,000 plus 4,000, 26 plus 10, 36. Again add in 36,000, 18,000, so it will be 0, 4, 5, 4 like that. So if you go on adding to these subsequent years the cost, you will get values for this. So this is how you calculate the value of RK, which is need of this particular problem. We are adding initial cost with running cost. Plus sign is because that is expense from my pocket. At the end of some particular year, year 1, year 2, year 3, I am getting return by resale, salvage or scrap, which is this amount. So for first SK I will put 30,000, for second 15,000 like that. And here again I mention there is no need of value of I, because we are ignoring the value of money. Since the sentence given is value of money remains constant in future, with respect to time. Got it? Now see how to proceed. With this data, with this analysis, what we will do? See, my target is finding average annual cost. What I need to find is, for this case, average annual I need to find average annual cost. I am using now the term average annual cost, which is very much obvious. C minus SK plus summation RK upon N or K. N is time period, or we can even write, instead of N I can write K. No harm in writing K, time period. Again I am reminding, there is this very simple problem, since it was given in the problem that neglect value of money. Now what we will do, in tabular concept, what we'll do? We'll put this information in the table and then we'll simply calculate. So it comes like this. We have to prepare a table. In the table, the very first column will be year. Very first column will be year, followed by value of C, followed by value of C that is given, followed by write-up of RK, then followed by summation RK. See, what I am doing is, I am just breaking this formula in different columns. And if you are using, in exam you cannot use definitely computer, but in real life, whenever you are in some industry, you can definitely use Excel for this simple tool. RK, so I am ready with, now my years will be from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. C, RK, summation RK, then SK. SK is given. Then what we'll do? We'll find total annual cost. The formula for total annual cost, you know, C minus SK plus summation RK. See, you may have in mind, sir, why is it necessary to write this minus SK prior to this RK? No. You can write C plus summation RK minus SK, one and the same thing. And then what we are finding last? Average annual cost. We are finding average annual cost. And what we are doing? Only we are dividing this C minus SK plus summation RK by K, that's all. So whatever value we calculate at this 7 location, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we'll divide this value by, for first row, we'll divide this K will be equal to 1 for first row. For third row, K will be equal to 3. Likewise, for fifth row, K will be equal to 5. For seventh row, K will be equal to 7. And then our decision making values will be 7 values from this last column. And wherever you get minimum value of average annual cost, we will underline that minimum value and we will write that as a optimal replacement each. So let's move ahead, wherein I have solved this complete numerical which I have explained. So you can see here the same numerical where I have explained table in the last slide. This C was given like this. Now to avoid repetition of writing C, what one can do? Write C in the top of the table. So every time you need not write in column of C as 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs. But keep in mind, why I have written in previous slide, because otherwise student miss the value of C, which is very important. And therefore I wrote a separate column to avoid mistake in previous slide. But if you are very sure that you will not miss that value of C, write it at top of the table, but do use this value in calculation. So here if you go, so these are the different columns for 7 time period, wherein the values are calculated as per explanation in the last slide, where we have broken different parameter. First column stands for year, and year is kth year. Then this is RK students. This second column is summation RK, which we have already calculated in the previous slide. So cumulative addition of all these. Then this is the column of salvage value, where we have written the salvage value. Then step by step you can go C minus S first, because again the formula was equal to C minus S plus summation RK. That was the formula for total annual cost. So first calculation is of C minus S. You are ready with these two values of the formula. Then already you have calculated summation RK. So what you have to do? In this value add summation RK value. In this value now you can see C minus S. C minus S is 9,70,000. RK value for first is 10,000. So 9,70,000 plus 10,000 is 9,08,000. So ultimately then this particular value is ready. This particular value is ready for all the years. Got it? Similarly, I did it for all the years, all 7 years. So what is done? Suppose we read this column as 1, this column as 2, this is third column, this is fourth column, this is fifth column, this is sixth column, and this is seventh column. So simply this sixth column is nothing but for your understanding, it is sum of what? Sum of CS minus C minus S plus summation RK. So this is column number 2 plus column number 5. Simple. Column number 2 plus column number 5 will give you total cost. And now here see, this total cost is for different years. We are interested in here, this last column stands for average annual cost. Now the cost which we have calculated is not cost for that particular 1 year. Here, okay, no doubt it is the cost for single year, but here if you see, it is the cost for 2 years, because summation of RK, R1 and R2. Here this is for 3 years, here this is for 4, similarly this is for 7 years. So from this what we have to get is average annual, and when the word is average, we have to divide this value by the number of years. So here if you divide 9,08,000 by 1, you will get same value. But if you divide 10,07,000 by 2, so here you get this value as a result of this value by 2, this value by 1. So if you divide this by 2, you get this value, and therefore it is written as divided by n. Here it is divided by 3, here it is divided by 4, here it is divided by 5, 6, 7. This division I have given for explanation. This value is not as a result of division. This value where I have shown marking, I have shown arrow. If you divide the value of column 6 by, means I am writing this 7 is equal to, values of column 7 will be equal to column of 6, values in the column of 6 upon n. N will be, or k will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Now look to these values. First value 9, 8, 4 times 0, 5, 0, 3, 0. Observe the trend. Observe the trend. The trend is that the value is decreasing. So for all 7 years the value is showing you decreasing trend, and for last 7 years we could get this value as 1,62,571. Students, the problem wherein you cannot pinpoint minimum value amongst in between the given years, then your minimum value is the last year's value, and you have to interpret that since the minimum value is in this particular year, so definitely the life of a year is 7 years and replacement should be carried out at the end of 7 years. So since decreasing trend is observed here like this, here you can see what is written: since annual average cost is minimum in 7th year, so machine should be replaced after 7 years. This is very important. So machine should be replaced after 7 years, or optimal replacement age is more than 7 years. So I cannot say exactly that it is 8th or 9th. So in general, what I can say as an interpreter, as a OR consultant, since the data is showing decreasing trend, definitely you need not think of replacement of this machine at least for 7 years. Life is more than 7 years, and if at all you want to replace the existing machine, make your decision to replace after 7 years. This is one case. Suppose now, I am saying suppose instead of this data, the data would have been that this particular value, any value you take for consideration, this is for explanation I am saying. Now this problem is over. My explanation regarding this problem is over, and what I want to emphasize now, suppose we get, I will write that in one slide, previous slide. Suppose I get annual minimum cost as average annual cost for any problem like this for different year, 1, 2, 3, it is year, say 4, 5, 6, 7, as suppose 50,000, then 45,000, 44,500, 40,000, then 39,000, then 41,500 and 42,000. Suppose you come across this solution of 7 years data. Data may be 7 years, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years. Now observe the trend. Annual average cost 50,000, decreasing trend 45,000, 44,500, 40,000, 39,000, and here you can find there is increase. So for this case, this is minimum, and our answer would be replace that particular machine or equipment, whatever name given, at the end of, if it is year, at the end of 5 years, or if it is month, at the end of 5 months. I think explanation is very clear how to interpret if it is in between, minimum is in between, or how to interpret if minimum is at the last of given data. Now let's move ahead. So this is the problem now, wherein the running cost, I will underline the important words, the running cost per year and resale prices of a certain equipment whose repurchase price, don't get confused with this word repurchase, price is given as rupees 5,000. Now the meaning of repurchase is the person who is using this particular item might have bought it second hand, and therefore it is mentioned at repurchase. For our analysis, it is same as that of purchase. Now the data is given for 6 years. See, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5 and 6. There is shifting in the table, values of the table. So I will write it in appropriate form for you. Year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Running cost is RK 1500, 1600, 1800 for third, 2100 for fourth, 2500 for fifth, and there is shifting in that, so we get for sixth it is 2900, and the third column is of resale value. So resale value we abbreviate it as SK. So again these values of the table have shifted. So first is 3500, second one is 2500, third one is 1700, then 1200, then 800 and 500. Suggest optimal replacement policy if interest rate is assumed to be 15%. This is very important. Now suggest optimal replacement policy. No doubt we are working under individual replacement policy because certain equipment as a whole is to be replaced. Should be very clear in mind whether the problem pertains to group replacement policy or individual replacement policy. The data given here portrays the data belonging to one item, one unit, and therefore we are going for individual replacement policy. Now you are conversant with this type of data. Just few minutes back we have solved one problem. You are conversant with data of that problem. You are having data of this problem. Read the data and just guess what is the difference, or both the problems are same. Just think. Compare entire data and just think. What is the difference? Or no, both are same. Yes. If you are rightly thought, and if your answer is yes sir, there is difference between both problem, students, you are correct. There is difference between both the problems. In first problem, it was a problem pertaining neglect value of money. Value of money remains constant in future, and therefore in analysis we haven't used the rate of interest parameter. We have not used I, thereby we have not used alpha. Alpha is equal to 1 upon 1 plus I, and our that tabular calculation was quite simple. Now here it is given that optimal replacement policy if interest rate assumed to be, is assumed to be what? How much? 15%. What is the replacement policy if it is assumed to be 15%, 1/5. So what is given here? For you, I is given as 1.5, and we know that whenever I is given, we have calculated alpha as 1 upon 1 plus I. So here what I will do, I will add replace this I by 0.5, 1 upon 1.15. That will give me value of alpha. Got it? Clear? Rest of the analysis is similar to what we have carried out in our previous problem. Again, what we will do now here, one important thing is, no assumption is given regarding behavior of running cost. how running cost behaves, no data is given. Very important. So tell me, out of those three cases, which case we will use? We have seen from last 2-3 lectures, three cases. In one case, assuming running cost expended at the beginning of year. Second case, in the mid of year. Third case, at the end of year. Here, this is a plain problem. Guess which assumption to be used, how you should proceed. If you thought that, sir, here we will proceed by assumption of running cost to be expended at the beginning of time period, you are right, because that is default assumption that we have seen under three assumptions. First is unit cost remains constant in future. Second, running cost expended during the year is assumed to be expended at the beginning of year. If your thought is like this, you are absolutely right. Now what we will do, we will analyze this problem for 6 consecutive years with the data given like this, and the formula which we will be using here will be equal to, if you recall the formula, the formula is for finding present worth. Now do not compare this present worth with very first problem wherein we have estimated present worth for a plain 5 years. The demand of that problem was only find the present worth of all these future cost. Here it is not like that. Here by considering rate of interest as 15%, you are asked to evaluate optimal replacement policy. And for that, students, we need to calculate PWN for each year. I am saying each year. That is very important. In the very first problem, we have not calculated for each year. We have calculated over a period of 5 years, where the data was given for 5 years. Here we have to calculate for each year and then the year in which present worth is minimum, that we have to analyze at the replacement age. So if you recall, it is C minus Sn alpha n plus summation Rk alpha k minus 1. I am stressing alpha k minus 1. If you commit mistake at this point, entire calculation will be wrong. We will write k minus 0.5 if it is mid of year. We will write alpha raised to k if it is end of year. But by default we write only alpha k minus 1 minus alpha k. So again what we will do, we will be finding the values, different values. So we will make a table. We'll make a table year, kth, we'll write C in the top. We'll write C in the top, which is for this problem as rupees 5,000 is given as a unit. Then students, what will be our calculations? It will be along that we are given the value of I, so we will write I as 0.15. Then based on this I, we will calculate alpha 1 upon 1 plus I, 1 upon 1 plus 0.15. So it is 1 upon 1.15. We will calculate this fraction 1 upon 1 plus 1 upon 1.5, and then we will put in the problem. So RK, then there is term summation RK. Before that, let's write in proper format. You have calculated alpha, so alpha k minus 1 will be your column. Then multiplication of rk alpha k minus 1, then cumulative sum of rk alpha k minus 1. Then here we need alpha k, alpha n common, so we'll write alpha k. This alpha k can be obtained from this table, alpha k minus 1. For alpha k, for first value you have to start from second value, that we'll see in the problem. Then multiplication of sk alpha k, so this is sk alpha k. Now you are ready with this term, c is with you, so last but one column will be equal to this entire column, c minus Sn alpha n plus summation rk alpha k minus 1 upon 1 minus alpha k. So students, if you go by this concept for different years in this problem, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for 6 years you have to write this tabular information. You have to calculate this in exam. You have to calculate this in exam with the help of calculator. And then your last column, this column will be deciding column. Observe values in this last column. The value where you get is minimum. Out of 6 is the optimal replacement age. Again, if you come across trend that you don't get minimum at the end of 6 years, you will write that it will be more than 6 years. So see here, the complete problem is solved. Here you can see I have solved this complete problem. C I have mentioned here 500. Alpha is calculated from the relation and alpha comes out to be 0.869, and then different tables are written, and as mentioned, summation rk alpha k raised to this sk alpha k, this is denominator value, and last present worth value is estimated. And if you observe the trend, it is 26,000, 24,000, 23,000, 23. This one is the minimum value. And again you can see increasing trend. So our highlight point is this answer, and this belongs to year 5, and therefore I have written optimal replacement policy is to replace equipment at the end of 5 years, since for 6th year it is increasing. So this is how the problems pertaining to individual replacement models are solved in real life. This is the problem wherein we have considered rate of interest, and in other prior case we have considered no change in time value of money. So this particular trend shows minimum value at the end of 5 years, and therefore our answer is replace the equipment at the end of 5 years. So you can practice this sum. You are having snapshot of this particular calculation. See, you are getting the same value, and try the same problems by taking variety of answers. So here we'll stop at this point for today's lecture. In next lecture we'll see further part of replacement model. So try this problem with the help of calculator. So I end my today's lecture at this point of time.